What is one or two examples of the county commissioner's role in economic development?
One or two examples of the county's role in economic development. I think we need to be setting the conditions for our county to be successful. And what I mean that is having a positive attitude, all right? But we also need to, like we talked about before, going after the right kinds of development, right? I guess I was at a meeting a couple months ago down in Arizona. They had a big smelting farm, right? And they gave a bunch of benefits for this company to come in. It had a big slag pile, and then it went bankrupt, and they abandoned it. And now there's slag blowing all over the community. Oh yeah, and elevated levels of lead in people's drinking water. That's not the type of thing that we need to see. We need to have safe, reasonable growth that again benefits our community, and we shouldn't be picking winners and losers, and it needs to be safe. We need to protect our community, our water, our natural resources, and our infrastructure, right? Those things aren't a hindrance to development. I think they're an asset, having good roads that we can drive on, safe, clean water, not just for us, but for the next generation and the generation after that. So I say it's the job of the county to set the conditions to be successful for us and the generations to come.
Wow, he did a great job of explaining economic development in the county. I think first and foremost, the role of the county commission is safety. We need to make sure that our residents who live in Yankton County are safe. We need to have a strong sheriff's department. We need to have making sure that we have the strong courts, make sure that we have EMS in place, we have firefighters, that your safety is extremely important to me. Then we also need to make sure that we have infrastructure. We cannot have economic development for anyone without proper roads, bridges, streets, and sewer systems. We need infrastructure for our county. Economic development should not be number one on the scale of a county commissioner. A county commissioner should be regulating. Less regulation is going to bring economic development. I believe in bottom-up economic development. I believe in small businesses, farmers, using retail, using plumbers, electricians, and carpenters, and individuals right here in Yankton County to build up their businesses, allow them to expand their businesses, hire more individuals, to basically, once again, a bottom-up philosophy in economic development. I do not believe in bringing out of state, out of country, out of the United States, country, to Yankton to economically develop Yankton County. I believe we have enough talent right here in Yankton County to make sure that we can take care of our own citizens.
Okay, so economic development. I think about this first thing is don't shoot ourselves in the foot. And I mean by we need to make sure that we have a clean, clear, transparent, level playing field for all entrepreneurs, big businesses and small. The rules must be set and equally applied. The rules must make sense. Our zoning should be for real problems, not because of we want to set an arbitrary setback. We want every regulation should address a real problem, and if there is not a real problem, we don't make up problems. If there's not a real problem, that regulation needs to be gone. When businesses have that freedom, when you have a level and stable playing field, when you have all the services there and provided for, economic development will just happen naturally. As I pointed out in one of my Facebook videos, the Dollar General store, they wanted us to build a road for them. They wanted us to maintain a road. No. Thankfully, the county commission then, Dan was on there, voted against it because it's not okay to give them an extra favor above all the other businesses. What'd they do? They found a new location. They came back. They found a place where they didn't need any of that. All they needed was a little rezone. Naturally re-voted for it, and they came to Yankton anyway. It's just proof that we don't need to give things away. If we provide the right environment, economic development happens.
So the county commissioner's role in economic development, it's setting the plan, it's strategic planning, it's knowing where you're going. It's hard to go somewhere if you don't know where you're trying to get to. I think that's one of the top priorities when the commissioners get together, is to try and figure out what is really going to make a difference in Yankton County. How can we continue to use the tax dollars wisely, pay for the things that have to be paid for, and then have that vision of how do we do more, how do we become more. And then the second thing is to remain open for opportunity. I am not someone who will be a county commissioner who's going to legislate or regulate, just worry about fearful things. I want to be positive and optimistic and see how we can work together to grow things and do things better, and just not be in fear of all of the negativity that seems to surround a lot of the opportunities that we have here in the county.
I want somebody out there in the audience to give me some words that these people haven't said already about it. Basically, economic stability works from the bottom up, just like the law said, for projects. But something I haven't heard them say is, how can we get help from at the state level? You've got the governor's office of building jobs, business, economic development. Let's turn around and get some money from them for something or the other. You've got all these research groups up there that Pierre has for all kinds of projects all over the state. Let's find some projects for Yankton County that will fit, that they can help us with. If Pierre can't help us, let's go to our candidates for the Congress. Let's go for our governors. They all want to get elected. Let's take care of that source of propriety and use it. Because next year, we're not going to have that opportunity. Thank you.